Pixelkin.
So last week we talked about Skylanders scaling up too quickly and eating itself. And one of the things that Courtney said was that they could make Skylanders cards. Turns out Courtney really has her finger on the pulse of Toys to Life because Activision announced this week that Skylanders BattleCast is a digital card trading game coming to mobile devices.
So basically the cards are not exactly the same as Toys to Life in the way that Nintendo has their amiibo cards. This is different. These are augmented reality cards. You have these physical cards too, and you lay them down on a table, and when you look at them through the camera of your device, they become three-dimensional creatures, and you can have fights with them, kind of like Pokemon fights. There's also
it's magic.
It makes a lot of sense that Skylanders is doing this. Augmented reality is not that new. Nintendo's been doing it for years with the 3DS. Having a mobile game is they're gonna make so much money. They're gonna make so much money.
When I first saw the gameplay footage of Skylanders BattleCast, I didn't think it looked that much like Hearthstone. But after Nicole looked at it, Nicole who plays Hearthstone a lot, she noticed that it really is quite similar in the way that the cards look, and the battlefield also looks similar. The difference is that instead of two cards facing off against each other on a flat field, it's two monsters facing off against each other in 3D space. And I think looking at the gameplay footage, it looks like you'll be able to summon a monster and then choose attacks for them that will cost mana. That's how I think the game is going to be played. My concerns come from the fact that we don't really know what the monetization scheme is so far. I don't necessarily have the same warm, fuzzy feelings towards the Skylanders franchise that I do towards Hearthstone. As a free-to-play game, it doesn't ever make you feel like it's holding a gun to your head asking you to spend money. With Skylanders BattleCast, it's going to be a little different just because they're physical and digital cards. So I think that as far as the pricing scheme goes, we can't really compare it to Hearthstone because they will need to sell the physical versions of those cards. We've seen with comparisons of digital and physical video game prices, they can't have digital prices drop until the physical copies move because otherwise there'd be not as much incentive to get those copies off shelves. What I do think we can definitely say for the Skylanders franchise in the future is that this, to me, signals a fragmentation of the Skylanders games. I mean, Skylanders Superchargers is already too powerful for the Wii and for the Nintendo 3DS. They're just releasing the racing mode for those consoles. I think that in the future we can expect to not see the main Skylanders games on anything but the next gen or the current gen consoles. We'll see something like Skylanders BattleCast taking over mobile, and then they can update that. Last week I was talking about Skylanders becoming too big and releasing too many games too fast. This kind of solves that problem for this specific game because with cards, you can't iterate on that too much. They're always going to be cards. You can always release more cards, but they're not going to have to ramp it up and introduce, new accessories every single year. It's not going to get too big for itself. So in that way, I'm kind of cool with this, but I'm also, since I don't know what the monetization scheme is, and since I know it's going to have physical and digital cards, I worry about where they're going to be putting the pay gates in this app when it comes out.
Whenever you're playing an app, if you're playing the free version and someone else is paying the paid version, it poses a lot of challenges to gameplay. Like there have been many apps that I have stopped playing because I felt like I could not get any further without giving them money, and it was really discouraging. I feel like the ones that accomplish it the best are the apps that if there's a paywall, that it still keeps the playing field pretty level, that people who don't pay can be on an even footing with people who do. We'll see how Skylanders handles that.
So this game doesn't come out till 2016, but there will be a preview of it available to download in the App Store on September 20th, which is the day that Skylanders Superchargers comes out. Coincidence? So check it out, let us know what you think about it, let us know what you think Skylanders is doing, and remember to subscribe to this channel to catch the next episode of The Issue.